Hi guys, it's Maddie from NSCI. I'm super excited to do a challah dough making tutorial for you guys before our live challah braiding this Friday at Virtual Karav. If you don't have the recipe and you're watching on YouTube, you can find it below in the description, or you can find it on our teen Instagram, teens or NSCI_teens. Super excited. All the ingredients are below. This recipe makes 2 to 3 loaves. So if you're running low on flour or on eggs, you can totally have it and still have enough to have a challah. Awesome. So you're going to start by adding a tablespoon of yeast to a cup of warm water. And you're going to let that sit for 5 to 10 minutes to let the yeast activate, because science, that's how yeast works. You're going to add that. And, oh no, my yeast got stuck at the bottom. That's all right. And then you're going to add your eggs. Sugar, oil, and salt. And since I didn't get all of the yeast out, I'm just going to do one more little swipe right there. And you're going to mix it. Hoping this video also doubles as my Bon Appetit test kitchen audition tape, and that Claire Saffett sees it and realizes she needs a friend. Just to make sure that's all really well combined. Okay, and then you're going to gradually add in your flour and mix it. If you have a standing mixer with a dough hook, you can use that. If you have a standing mixer with normal electric hooks, I wouldn't use that. It'll make your dough splatter everywhere. And if you have the time, you should do it. Get super strong challah arms and mix it by hand. That's what I'm going to do. You can convince a younger sibling or a parent that it's a super fun thing to do and have them step in for you as you get tired. But if you're struggling or you're worried that it's going to be super hard to mix, just add a little bit at a time. There is a season, At some point, if it gets too hard to mix with your hands or with the spoon, as I forgot to mention at the beginning of this video, you washed your hands according to the CDC guidelines, and they're totally fine to start mixing with your hands when it gets too hard. All right, once you finish mixing, you'll have your beautiful challah dough ball. It's gorgeous. She's killing it. You're going to first put a little bit of oil on your hands. Oop, that was a lot of oil, but it's fine. You put some oil on your hands, and then you're going to just put it all over your beautiful dough. This is going to help keep it moist while it's rising. I can assure you this challah recipe is like delicious, amazing, moist challah. And the trick of it is when you get your baking sheets ready and when you're braiding it, is you're going to want to oil your surfaces instead of flouring them to keep the dough moist, which is a fun trick that I learned. When you flour it, it just adds more flour to the dough, which is just using up the liquid in it, and then it gets really dry. I don't know if that's science. I'm not really a chef. So then, you're going to cover it with a kitchen towel. You can use parchment paper, or not parchment paper. You can use plastic wrap or tin foil or something like that. But I find this is much more eco-friendly and a lot easier. If you want to leave it in a warm place, that'll help it proof, as they say on the Great British Baking Show. But be careful. I've made the mistake before of thinking a warm place was on top of my stove while the oven was on, and I ended up baking the bottom half of my dough. Don't recommend it. But if you want to put it like next to your oven while someone's making dinner, that's not a bad idea. Just be careful if it gets too hot. It's dough, it will bake. Yeah. And then you're going to let it sit and chill out for 45 minutes, and then we'll touch back.
Arise, arise, Deborah, arise, arise, and sing a song. Arise, arise, Deborah, uri, uri, dabri, shir.
Alright, so it's been 45 minutes, so you're going to take a look at your dough, and then you're going to punch it down because it's been rising, and then you're going to let it rise again for another 45 minutes.
Arise, arise, Deborah, arise, arise, and sing a song.
And with that, we have our fully risen challah dough. If you're making it ahead and you want to do it in the future, like if you want to make your challah in the future, wrap it in plastic wrap and then tin foil, and it should last for about 2 to 3 weeks. The plastic wrap will just help you like avoid freezer burn. And with that, I hope you enjoyed our challah dough making tutorial. If you want to learn how to braid it, tune in to Virtual Karav. Sign up is in the YouTube description and can be found all over our NSCI_teens Instagram. Yeah, so Shabbat Shalom, everybody, and I hope to see your lovely faces on Zoom this weekend.